Alright everyone, welcome to another episode of Fursuiting Across Asia. Before I get started, I just want to mention that unfortunately, by the time that this video comes out, it will already have been the end of summer and the beginning of the school semester. I planned on this being an all-summer event, and that didn't happen. But you know what, I'll go ahead and power through it anyway. I'm going to be taking a short break on September. I have a big video coming up that's going to be part of an online convention. That'll basically be all of September. But if you want to hear more from me, go ahead and check out my podcast that I work on with a friend of mine over here in Taiwan. It's called the Fox and Burger Podcast. We have talked with all sorts of Asian furries all around the East and the West and the Southeast. If you want to know what life is like in Malaysia or Indonesia or Thailand for furries, or if you're just wondering what kind of conventions go on in like China, Taiwan, Japan that involve furries, that's your ticket. Go ahead and check it out. Once again, it is the Fox and Burger Podcast. Back to our video. So we begin right where we left off. The flight path for this was a little bit different as well. I was going from the main airport in Bangkok over to the international airport in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. As a halfway point, spent an hour or so waiting there, and then took my time heading over to the Changi airport in Singapore. But this time is a little bit different. Before heading into this country, I had managed to message the Singapore Furries Twitter account, the one Twitter account responsible, apparently, for all of the Singapore furries and their fandom. We get to talking, we arrange what exactly to expect. We don't come up with an itinerary just yet. I think the goal was trying to come up with something while I was actually there. But also the bulk of this conversation was on the night before my flight while I was still in Thailand. So basically I had asked questions about Singapore locations and culture, sort of money exchange. I had some Thai money left over and wondered if I could exchange that into Singapore money, and yes I can, for a decent commission rate as well. When I head over into the arrival area, sort of a meeting spot right outside of the baggage claim area, and I take Burger's head, and I basically have it on display along with the rest of my luggage, just so the two furries that are coming to, pick me up at the airport can spot me. And I'll just go ahead and take a moment to shout out Halud and Snares. They are the two Singaporean furries that showed me around this country. And I will also be plugging their social media information down in the description down below. I'll put it on screen at the end of this video as well. And why not? Let's go ahead and throw the Singapore Furries Twitter handle as well down there. Now, on to the actual vacation part. This video is not just going to be social media shoutouts throughout. I'm gonna keep it focused. So in the Changi airport, you will see that there is a very big waterfall. This waterfall is man-made. It is inside of a greater shopping mall area that is just like tacked onto the airport, I believe. I kind of wish I had gotten more footage of it. I have another video down below of another US furry that happened to go to Singapore. I will have his video in the description as well. I would consider it a good compliment to this video, but watch it after you're done with this one, please. And once we exit the airport, they actually have a car. I don't have to get like a taxi or a tuk-tuk or whatever just to get around. They can just drive me places. Isn't that great? It's the benefits of having a car. This is why in America, everyone wants to have some sort of car or truck.
Welcome to the skyline.
Oh, here we go.
So that's the Marina Bay Sands to your left. The one with the giant boat stuck on top.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we definitely need to take you to Gardens by the Bay.
Yeah.
You see those domes over there?
Yes.
That's Gardens by the Bay. Take exit 15.
Okay. Well, there is a Ferris wheel in Suzhou by Jinji Lake. I don't know if it's as big as this one. I know there's a mall or shopping center in Shanghai with a Ferris wheel, like right on like the top floor.
That's actually I'm scared of heights, so it's kind of scary to me.
The thing about Singapore, however, is that not only does it have the good roads to drive around on that are nice and clean, but it also has good public transport and a mass transit like monorail, and it goes through all of the island. And my hotel is right here, the Met as Space Pod Capsule Hotel. I do like that it is alien and space themed. It's apparently similar to one that is in Taiwan as well, I think in the Taipei area. And they did include their own little balcony for breakfast that they provide as well. Always good. But an even better place to eat at was the, like, Middle Eastern Turkish kind of a place that is right across the street, which is where I went for lunch. Once I was settled inside of my hotel and had some really good lunch, it was time for the furries to gather again and head through the streets of Singapore. I think this is the closest I could get to what an urban American city would look like if it was in Southeast Asia. That's basically how this place is built, you know? It's a giant Los Angeles-esque, like, city-state island.
You can actually go in for like a tour. nice bakery and also like
So here's a restaurant where we got some sweets and some drinks. And I got some nice little photos too. Once we're done with that, we head over to the public transit. We had the ability to drive around everywhere. We chose not to. The MRT thing was very convenient and took us to basically all the places that we wanted to go to. Our next stop, however, would not be any particular touristy spot, but it was a look at what the public housing looked like in Singapore.
Going up.
So the public housing basically is 90% of all homes in Singapore, from what I understand. And they are all in either small little houses or in these giant, sometimes 50-story just high-rises.
Oh, take this pic ID. Where's your phone? Here.
Yeah, enjoy this view. Try not to get scared of heights.
They've got a swimming pool too. They've got a playground.
But it did make for some very good photos, I should say. In fursuit! Yeah, I brought the fursuit along this time.
Man, so just people hang their laundry up on here, even though we're almost 50 floors high.
Yes.
So after that little fun bit of Singaporean culture, we head down to a food hall and grab some delicious Singaporean food. I believe most of the stalls in this food hall, however, was more the Chinese variety.
Some shrimp.
Yeah. I thought they would have given more shrimp.
It was off to go to a bar, just to get some drinks and hang out and have a good time. Especially because this was a gay bar. Yes, there is a sort of gay section with all the gay bars in Singapore. You cannot legally marry someone of the same sex in Singapore, but that doesn't stop the gay people from hanging out and socializing.
What's it on the other side?
The only problem with this bar is that I got teased at and complaints thrown at me for only wanting to drink beer or the really touristy drink known as a Singapore Sling. I first had it when I was in mainland China. It was very sweet. It was very good. They told me, hey, that is a touristy drink, and we're gonna make fun of you for liking it. I just can't win. I mean, come on, I really like it.
Hey.
That's cool. It's all seamless. Yeah. Well, it's not entirely. Yeah, but still.
But that would be enough tipsy drinking and chatting and listening to house music. Tomorrow was going to be a more eventful day, so check that out in... So day 2, we had something pretty special planned, but we kind of didn't want to go there too early, so we had to find something else to do.
That is ominous. That's like something from like New York or something.
Yeah.
We decide, hey, there are these nice gardens we can walk around. Let's go there. So, it ended up with me and Holud to the Jurong Lake Gardens. I hope I'm saying that correctly. It's an easy walk and talk. Here's some footage. Check it out. And we sneak into a cafe to try some of the dried fruits, little snack things that they had in store. I mean, we also got some drinks there as well, but the snacks were the thing that we wanted to show off. So here is a taste test for all of you to enjoy.
So which one would you like first?
Definitely the mushroom.
Okay.
It's not gonna be some weird surprise, is it? I've seen your YouTube.
No. It looks normal to me.
Crispy mushroom. Crispy mushroom having protein and fiber.
Yeah. Just rip it from the top right there where the edges are. Yeah.
Looks like they shrunk in the dryer or something. I'll heck yeah, those are tasty.
I'll try one. Yeah, these remind me of little fried potato sticks they might have in a bag or a can. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yes.
There's not a lot in here, but that's okay. And now then, do you like the guava or the mango?
I'll probably go for the guava.
Okay.
Just because I'm curious, and it has a ladybug on it. It's so
Yeah.
cute. It's a dragonfly.
Yeah.
There's not a lot in it. It's just like
I should admit, these are airport snacks. Wow.
it looks like a shriveled testicle, but
Oh my god.
it's soft. I like guava, but it feels like the guava taste is missing. I get like a hint of guava, but okay. You gotta eat a lot of it with that guava flavor though.
Huh. Okay. It's good. Now we can switch it around. I can try this. There you go. It's on autofocus.
Oh, okay.
So it should be fine. I would have gotten the more authentic, like actual convenience store, any store kind of Thai stuff, but I didn't really trust it. Yeah, I can see what you mean.
It's not focusing on you, right?
It is focused, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean with the flavor. It's a little bit missing.
Like you would expect like dehydrated fruit to be more intense, but it's
Yeah, it's the moisture that gives it the flavor, I guess.
yeah. Like where's some mango juice? Give me the mango juice.
That reminds me, I got a gift from a coworker once. That was basically a slow can, plastic tin, or something of dried fruit that you could put in boiling hot water and give yourself a little fruity, watery kind of a drink. So that reminds me of the whole adding pressure to give it more flavor thing.
It's like, where's my mango juice? I was like, you could dip it in some mango juice right now. Have you tried the guava? Yeah, you are.
I've never had guava before this.
Really?
So I like this flavor.
It's really mild as compared, like I think regular guava, again, it could be the guava juice. So, all right, here you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, later in the afternoon, it is the perfect time to head over to the more exciting part of our journey today. That would be the Marina Bay.
Marina Bay Sands.
Well, this is just like Riverwalk.
Also, the gardens by the bay. The gardens. The more gardens today. Just plenty of gardens and parks and nature just to enjoy, to indulge in. It's better than just going around random shopping malls and arcades, I guess. You could just do that anywhere. But like, the gardens by the bay, let me tell you, they were actually pretty cool to roam around in. So special, in fact, that this place was featured in a little film. Don't know if you heard about it. It's Crazy Rich Asians. I actually saw the film before going here, so that was kind of cool.
I'm calling it. I think they're gonna do a carousel for like the Mooncake Festival.
But before we actually go to any of the gardens and events, we head over to get some food. And wouldn't you know it, there's this little place called Texas Chicken. It caught my eye. I just had to get some Texas chicken. I was missing Texas. You have to understand how little Texas food there is in East and Southeast Asia. The authentic stuff, you know? There's no Whataburger. There's no Chicken Express. There's no, Popeyes, I think. I don't remember seeing a Popeyes. But here it is, a Texas chicken. It's basically just Church's chicken. It's rebranded to make it seem more foreign, you know. You don't just want to get the chicken from the church. You want to get it from Texas. You want to get the Texas chicken from Texas. Now that we're filled, we head on over to the first part, which is the flower dome. It's a big old dome filled with flowers. Go figure. Quick tip, if you want to go to the Gardens by the Bay, you can get a combo pack of tickets for the different areas around, and you can get it for a reduced price, which is usually the case. You know, they want you to buy all the tickets rather than just individual piecemeal. But anyway, here is the flower dome. It's a big indoor gardens area with a wide variety of plants from all over the place, all over the world really, and it's so special and unique, I'll show it to you here. Part of it also on like the lower floor of it, deeper into the dome, is kind of like a Alice in Wonderland or like a fantasy kind of a thing. It was interesting.